She said it out loud, on camera, in front of thousands of people. And it still wasn't enough to save her life. On July 11th, 2026, Sara Duffey posted a video from her home in Oklahoma, naming exactly what she believed her husband was capable of. Less than 2 weeks later, she was dead. So was he. Most cases like this get told as a story about silence, about someone who should have said something, should have left sooner, should have done more. This one is different. Sara did almost everything. The courts, the paperwork, going public, at real risk to herself. Which is what makes the question at the center of this video so hard to shake. If doing everything right wasn't enough to save her, what actually would have been? Friends knew her as Sarah Gilson, 43 years old, a hairstylist working out of Owasso, a small suburb just outside Tulsa, the kind of place where people tend to know each other. Online, she was something a little bigger, a TikTok influencer with a loyal following, the kind of creator people liked because she felt real. She posted about her kids, her work, ordinary days. People who knew her described someone who lit up a room, who would have done anything for her children. She'd been married to a man named Jeremiah Duffey. Everyone called him Shawn. By 2026, that marriage was falling apart. The detail I can't stop thinking about, digging through the court filings, is this. This wasn't the first time Sara had tried to get out. Back in 2021, she filed 2 separate protective orders against Shawn. Both were dismissed, not because a judge ruled against her, but because she never showed up to the hearings. Then, in June of 2026, everything changed. Police contacted Sara with something that must have been devastating to hear. Shawn had just been accused of molesting a minor, a teenage girl he coached on a youth basketball team. According to court records, a fellow coach reportedly witnessed him kissing and touching the girl. She later told her mother he'd been sending her inappropriate messages and had allegedly paid her to keep quiet. On that exact same day, 2 separate protective orders were filed against Shawn. One from that teenager's mother, one from Sara. I keep coming back to that detail, honestly. 2 women, 2 petitions, filed independently, on the same day, both trying to put distance between the same man and someone they loved. That's not one accusation you could talk yourself out of believing. That's a pattern, showing up from 2 completely different directions, at the exact same moment. Sara's protective order was granted, extended through the end of August. On paper, she had protection. On paper, the system had done exactly what it was supposed to do. Here's the part of this case that actually stays with me. It isn't the accusation itself. It's that almost every safeguard we usually point to, the ones we say are supposed to protect someone, genuinely were in place. Sara filed. It was granted. The other mother filed. Also granted. A coach came forward and put his name on the record. An active protective order existed, valid, current, set to run through the end of August. And on July 11th, Sara did something most people in her position are terrified to do. She posted her own video, telling tens of thousands of followers exactly what she believed her husband was capable of. It reportedly reached millions of views within days. This wasn't hidden anymore. The world, in a very real sense, already knew. That's honestly the hardest part to sit with. She didn't fail to act. She did nearly everything. The courts, the paperwork, even going public at real personal risk. And on the night of July 23rd, in an alleged violation of that very protective order, investigators believe Shawn came to the house anyway. Her son was home. He ran to a neighbor and called 911. When officers arrived, they found both Sara and Shawn dead, in what investigators are calling an apparent murder-suicide. As of this recording, the case remains under active investigation. I want to be clear, this is a developing case. If this case left you with that same uneasy feeling I had putting it together, the sense that almost everyone did what they were supposed to, and it somehow still wasn't enough, there's another case you need to see next. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.
Shh.